Hi, my name is Adiel Perez, and this video I may call Surviving the Pandemic or anything other than pandemic with health habits. Yes. I'd have to go back a little history first before I go into the pandemic and the closing here, the year 2020. Probably 15 years back, 20 years, or maybe even more, when my mother used to make her friend, neighbor, family, even me, if I didn't make it, pick her up and take it to a store called Manuel Rico Perez, a store that provided and sold vitamins, minerals, supplements, etc. Yes, she would buy $200, $300, $400 worth of vitamins, vitamin C, D, CoQ10, fish oils, etc., etc. She was big in taking vitamins. She didn't like taking medication. Always, 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 even into the late 90s. In any case, come 2008, I purchased an existing business here on Kingsbridge Road in the Bronx, a karate kickboxing school, and my instructor originally opened in 2000. So here I am, I take over the school in 2008, but 2005, 6, and 7, I was having hip problems, pains that were kind of severe. By 2010, I was having a hard time walking, sleeping, etc. So it was suggested I go for a hip replacement, both left and right. So 2011, we scheduled to replace both hips at the same time. I don't think it had been done yet, but I remember a gentleman next to me in the hospital that urgently had to have both his hips replaced because he fell, broke his right hip. When they checked the left hip, it was naturally deteriorating. Nothing had happened to the left side. He didn't fall and break or had any other issues other than it was deteriorating by itself. Someone that was about 6 feet 7 inches tall, about 300 pounds, never exercised in his life, broke his right hip and the left hip deteriorated. In any case, here I am about to go for that surgery, and in the recovery room, my wife says, "You're not going to be happy, but they were only able to do the right hip." And I says, "Why?" "Well, let's have the doctor explain it to you." The doctor comes in and says, "Well, you had heart palpitations during the surgery. We didn't want to risk any issues or problems, so we did not do the left hip. Stay, we'll do the second hip, the left, next week." I says, "No, I'm not going to stay in the hospital and do that. It's too stressful. It's too much for me." I had not told them that months prior I had some heart palpitations a couple of times. One time I went to the emergency room, but they found nothing because it only lasts 30 seconds. Max was 1 minute. I didn't think of it as important, so I never told the doctors at the hospital when I had the surgery. In any case, in speaking with my mother, end of 2011, 2012, she says, "In lieu of what happened to you, you should take the vitamin CoQ10, start it now, be consistent, and then plan for your next surgery." So, good idea. I bought the CoQ10 vitamin, started taking beginning of 2012. By October of that year, 2012, I contact the surgeon and we plan for the left hip for 2011. The only thing is they only had January 11th, 2013 available for surgery. I told my wife, "That's the day of your birthday." She said, "Never mind, it's okay, do it. You're not going to wait till June, the next available date afterwards. It's too far. You're in too much pain." I said, "Okay." The day of surgery, the doctor says to me, "You need to take this medication." I said, "What's for?" "To prevent the heart palpitations." palpitations? I says, no, I haven't had the heart palpitations. I don't need it. He says, well, you'll need to sign here, sign this waiver. It was for liability purposes. Something happened. Well, I had the surgery. Everything went well. No heart palpitations ever since to this day. Do I take the heart palpit, or do I take the CoQ10 still? Yes. Not as often, but I still do. That's the first serious moment I realized that vitamins are important, especially the consistency of the vitamin to help you with whatever issues you have, to prevent. You can't do like when you get sick, you go to the doctor, they give you medication. So you get sick, you take the vitamins? No, you can't. It has to be something that's continuous to prevent from you getting sick. Well, the other history that I have that proves to me is when my wife and I went to visit a herbalist that I had met years ago, back in 1989, 1990, and we ran into him, and he told us about herbal treatment, herbal hand manipulation of massage and herbs and vitamins, and the treatment is harsh. It's the treatment is painful, so to speak. You're practically in tears. So I said, I'll go first. My wife was a little scared, so I started 10 weeks, once a week, hand manipulation, massage, the whole body, plus the vitamins, the herbs, certain foods that you can only eat in the beginning, and then you build up as the weeks go on. In any case, by the time the 8th week came up, I went from 235 pounds to 205 pounds. My wife sees me, better complexion, better color, stronger, lost a lot of weight, looking good. At the school, they were telling me, wow, what's happened? You look great. I mean, everybody looked at me like I had just changed, a metamorphosis. Well, my wife says, I want to do it. Well, I signed her up before I even finished my 10 weeks. And now she's finished her 10 weeks. A month later, we're having dinner here in the house, and I look at her and I says, can I see your tongue go like this? And she pulls out her tongue, and it looked clear, clean, almost. And I say that because for all her life, her tongue literally looked, let's say you have a piece of meat and you slice it and you have these open gashes. Doesn't look good. Well, her tongue was like that. It didn't look good. It looked like it was sliced. Never hurt her, never bothered her. But that didn't exist anymore. My wife says, yeah, I meant to tell you, I noticed that my tongue cleared. It's clean. Again, proof that the body heals itself if you provide it with the proper nutrition, vitamins, herbs, proper food, proper intake. It is made to take care of itself. Now, here I am at the school. March of this year, we wound up closing. Keep in mind, back in February, I was in Florida. I met up with a friend, a neighbor, and he tells me about Neolife products and how these vitamins and minerals and supplements are all made naturally. Because I was skeptical because so many vitamins out there, different companies, GNC stores, the Vitamin Shop, and all different products, Solgar, Nature's Way, Balance of Nature. I mean, there's so many products, so many brands out there. You wonder which is best. Well, it turns out that a lot of them have synthetics, and those products won't allow the vitamin to be 90 or 100% good source for your body. Maybe you only get 10% of the actual vitamin or mineral from that. So I wasn't sure which ones to buy. So when he told me about it, he's 85 years old, tall, like me, strong, healthy, powerful, doing lots of events, walking, biking. I was amazed, and he's been with these vitamins with Neolife for many, many years. So I took the information with me. When we closed the school in March, I started buying some of the products, and I stored them here. Vitamin C, the garlic pills, CoQ10, etc. And I stored them here because now it's my wife, my mother-in-law, my daughter, my granddaughter. And we said, well, let's take these vitamins while we're here. We're inside, we're closed in, let's take these vitamins, let's eat properly, etc., etc. Well, come June, well, should I say, come April, I decided to do the option on the Neolife to be a promoter slash business owner. Because I was saying to myself, I just closed the school, I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to open. My goal was to open. What if I can't? I need another income source. So I had 3 ideas for income source, and one of them was the Neolife. I did the business online, the website, and I purchased a lot more vitamins while I was here during the shutdown. Come June, I have a meeting with the staff because I'm calling COVID-19 hotline constantly to see when I'm going to open, because my business is under phase 4. I've got out the kickboxing martial arts school with instructor and a lot of kids, a lot of teens, a lot of parents, 900 square feet space, but it was always packed. Classes, 30 students per class, Saturdays all day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. How am I going to run a business if they require only 5, 6 students per class and nobody else in the waiting room? Impossible. It was very hard. I was like, wow, what if I have to shut permanently? Well, in any case, I still was hoping to open up and planning to open up. Had a meeting with the staff, planned everything that we needed to do, put up the plastics, put up the signs, got the temperature monitor, etc., etc. Spent money to prepare the school to open with the pandemic regulations. Well, come July, I'm calling now every 3 days, 4 days, and the hotline people tell me, sorry, not yet. Come August, still, sorry, not yet. End of August, I talked to my accountant, things don't look good. It's not gonna work for me. I'm in debt now with rent, all these bills, etc., etc. Well, come September, I had to close. Contact all the parents, kids, 180 students, send letters, send emails, and close the school. And now figure out, what am I gonna do? Yes, I'm unemployed, seeking work. I'm not putting out a GoFundMe to raise money. It's not what I want to do. I've always worked. I've been working since I was 12 years old. And now, after having a business 12 years, forced to close. Just like so many others suffering right now. Now, what I did was, when I signed up for the Neolife, I got this website. Now, I'm promoting, yes, vitamins, but you need to be consistent. You can't, like I said, wait till you get sick to take vitamins the way you do when you go to a doctor to give you medication. No, there has to be consistency. Well, the other thing that happened, when August came, that now we can at least go to see doctors, my wife went to the doctor, and the doctor tells her, well, do you know you had COVID during the shutdown? Somehow you had it. Well, she did get sick here for about 2 days, recovered. Then I got sick for about a day too, and I got better. My mother-in-law, her mother was ill here for about 6 days and recuperated. The doctor also told my mother-in-law that she had COVID here in our house and recovered. And I said, well, I think I should go to the doctor and check myself and go for the COVID test. Well, my doctor said the same thing. I had COVID, but I had recovered. What does that mean? Well, only you know your body. My wife, when she gets sick, she will get sick 3 or 4 days. She lasted 1 day, day and a half. When I get sick in the past, it would last 5, 6, 7 days in bed, cold, flu, fever, the whole works. Just with that. Earaches. But mine lasted 2 days. My mother-in-law, 85 years old, okay, took a little longer, 6 days. But you would think here in the house we would have had to take her to the hospital and maybe it would last 2 or 3 weeks before she got better at her age. This is my third proof that consistency in the vitamins and minerals and the food intake, herbs, exercise is important to you, to everyone. So again, this is the Neolife site on the vitamins, minerals, supplements, weight loss program, so on and so forth. Now, you can become a club member at no cost, and when you purchase, you get a discount on some products, maybe 10, 15, 20%, 30%, or just go onto the site and purchase the vitamins. Or the third is you can sign up as a promoter business owner and you get your website with your name on it. shopneolife.com/ and your name. Again, why am I pushing this? Well, I feel good that at least since I don't have a storefront business that I was hoping to continue for another 10 years or pass it on to my right-hand instructor and let him run it for another 20 years, that at least I have a business that's online, which everyone's doing everything online, that has to do with health. I'm not selling shoes, clothing, or jewelry or anything. I'm selling health. Because of what's happened with me and my history, my story, I find this important to you and everybody else. So take care of yourselves. Order products and try them. Now, will you notice the difference? The only way you're going to notice the difference is if you know when you get sick, you're sick in bed for 3 days, and after taking vitamins for 6 months, a year, when you get sick, you only last half a day or a day. That's a big difference, just like happened to us. Again, I have my proof from what I've experienced in my family, in my own physical body, that I believe in vitamins and minerals, and those that are as much as healthy as possible with the healthiest products around. I like to end and say, have a wonderful, prosperous new year, but even better, have a healthy and happy new year. Thank you.